The S in ESGs relates to the social aspects of mineral oil and gas projects and others. It speaks really to the potential social impacts, the potential social risk, and the potential social benefits of mineral oil and gas projects. When projects undertake an environmental impact assessment study, it is the focus of social anthropologists, archaeologists, and other specialists who focus on vulnerable groups like gender specialists. The whole object is to understand the social environment such that its vulnerabilities are understood, its needs are understood, and therefore responded to in a positive way. In my mind, this is probably the more complex of the environments because it deals with the human dynamic. For one, it deals with different social norms, it deals with different cultures, it deals with political interest, it deals with corporate interest, it deals with religion, it deals with communities, etc., etc. However, that is the whole object of the studies, is so that these various aspects can be understood and addressed in a positive way. An interesting thing about the social aspects or the social environment around extractives and related infrastructure is that typically, because of the visibility of these projects, there can be a lot of human influx, which is drawn by the expectation that there will be job opportunities or even business opportunities. Unfortunately, this influx can also distort the existing environment because it imports, if you wish, other people who are not part of the immediate environment, and they bring different norms, different behavior that is otherwise not consistent with the environment in which the project would originally have taken place. A huge part of the social environmental impact management is managing this influx and the resulting social behaviors and social ills, as well as social opportunities that, if not reconciled, could lead to unintended consequences, including, among others, illicit trade, trafficking in women, and others who find themselves in the vulnerable position that the opportunities they sought are not readily available. A concept called social safeguards is one that is used to try and guard against, literally, these unintended outcomes. To be fair, project managers typically don't have a choice but to engage these issues, whether or not they cost them. If they are managed well, they can be a very good source of brand reputation. They can benefit a company. They can also lower risk as perceived by investors. The result being that those projects might be able to raise capital, but also raise it on relatively favorable terms because of perception of low risk. The reverse is true. In the event that this social risk is not managed, it can damage the reputation of companies. As a matter of fact, it can cost corporate leaders their careers. It can cost politicians their careers. Just think of the debacle in Australia surrounding the indigenous archaeological site that were damaged by Rio, and think what happened to the CEO of Rio under those circumstances. So in a nutshell, the social environment provides what is now known as the social license to operate, which is to say, the acceptance that the presence of the project is welcomed by the community, and that the community sees the project as being something that is beneficial to them. The reverse is undesirable because it can often get in the way of projects being licensed.